what makes sense in Islam. So we need to make it clear that there's many things does not make sense in our life, even when we speak about science. When somebody speak about the Big Bang for me does not make sense, and it does not make sense for many scientists, not for me only. Not every scientist believe in the Bang. It's a theory. So it is okay to have a belief of like I say, to say something does not make sense to me, but doesn't mean that what does not make sense to you it is wrong. As an example, if I say to somebody 300 years ago, uh, time will come and people they can have something in their pocket, they open it, they push the bombs, and they can talk to somebody in China, they will laugh at me. They will say to me that does not make sense, right? If I say to someone that time will come and somebody can speak from Tokyo and we can see him in New York, we can see his picture in New York, they will laugh at me. That does not make sense. So what makes sense or make not sense is depend on the time you say it and depend on the time it's happening. So there's things we say and there's things happened. People they believe in what happened, and what is not happening it does not make sense to them, and that was what is atheism is about. However, the atheists they go farther in their fantasy. They believe in something not happened to be happen, as an example the Big Bang, because there's no proof of it. It's a theory, nobody witnessed it, nobody saw it, nobody was there, and they cannot make the Big Bang happen again. If the Big Bang is something possible, well, we can do it in the laboratory, and actually they make a machine, I think in Finland or Sweden, for the Big Bang. They spent billions of dollars and they could not come with any result. They wasted the money. So believing in something or disbelieving is a healthy thing, but when you believe in stupid stuff it is not healthy. And I see that Islam is teaching nothing but stupid things. I saw nothing in Islam worth to believe in. Like God, he want to give me a lot of naked women in the heaven. Why? Because I believe in him. That not only does not make sense, that's satanic, that's evil. 80,000 little boys will be in my house to serve me. That is not doesn't make sense only. That's satanic, because this is a child abuse. So how I am seeking a better attitude in life, to be better me tomorrow, to be in heaven. Yet in the heaven I have a lot of abuse I will do for people who will be under my command. Right? So here what makes sense is important in the field of let us say the logic of good and bad. What kind of God? He want to give me a lot of women, I will see their bones, I will see the marrow of their bones, and I will have sex with them. That not only doesn't make sense, this is stupid. What kind of God? He promised me endless private part. That's funny and stupid. So my wife is next to me, but my private part in China. So what I will do now? You turn. So there is things when we say it does not make sense, not necessarily what does not make sense can be wrong. And as we give you example about like radio waves, pictures, phone, you know, if you speak about it 300-400 years ago, people will laugh at you. It doesn't make sense, and they will think you are crazy. But there's things that not make sense, not only because it does not make sense, because it is evil and ugly. Like promising me 80,000 little boys to serve me in the heaven. You know, I cannot be happy without having 80,000 little boys in my house to serve me. So in order to be happy, Allah will enslave little tiny children's, 80,000 of them, to make me happy. So you will make 80,000 miserable servant for eternity to make one person happy. You know what I mean, Muslims? So what makes sense and what does not make sense? When a person, he says to me, he went to the top of the seventh heaven and he found a tree, and he found under the tree where is the rivers of Euphrates and the Nile River coming from heaven. And then he says to me that he was up in the sky. Well, that's not only does not make sense, that it proving that he is a liar. You see, I can say things does not make sense about understanding the universe because I am limited as a human being and I do not know really. You know, I can say to you, like, let us say somebody he think the earth is a flat. Oh, okay, well, I mean, I give him excuse because uh, he is not capable of seeing the earth from far away to see how it looked like. I understand. But somebody claimed that he went to heaven, he went to the sky, the seventh sky, not only in the sky, like the end of the world. And then he found in the sky the Nile River and the Euphrates and Shihan and Jihan, and those are rivers of paradise. Not only this does not make sense, it's proven to me that he is a liar. So there is a huge difference between believing in things make sense or not and believing in lies, obvious lies. A prophet who claimed that he was very weak in sexual relationship, and then God he sent him a dish of kebab, he ate it and he got the power of 40 men. This is not only does not make sense, this is stupid, because how the Muslim they say to us that if Allah wants something to happen, he say be is going to happen, and then Allah, in order to fix the private part of Muhammad, he have to cook and send the cook with the angel, pizza delivery. Allah he knows everything, but Allah he know nothing in the same time. Read the Quran and love. And this is why we welcome Muslims to debate us and to challenge us live on air. And I challenge you to show me how you say, okay, Allah he said I am God, worship me. Okay, so is that a reason to worship him? Maybe he doesn't even exist. Who is the one who says I am Allah, worship me? Allah? Have you heard him? So look at this religion. One guy, no witnesses. His name is Muhammad. He never saw Allah. He never heard Allah. He witnessed to Allah, and nobody witnessed to him. And yet we have to believe in him. The Quran says in a silly case as writing like borrowing money, we have to get at least 2 witnesses. In the case of adultery, we have to get 4 witnesses. Just to prove adultery, we need 4 witnesses. To prove God and the prophethood, we have 0 witnesses. Which one is more important? And by the way, like the verse in front of us about 4 witnesses for adultery, additionally prove that Muhammad cannot be a prophet. Because he said, and excuse my language, the 4 witnesses, they have to see the private part of the male going in the private part of the female. That's impossible. So if a woman and man having sex but yet they are covering themselves, even if you have 4 witnesses and they saw not that part going in and out, there's no proof. And if you accuse the man or the woman of adultery in Islam and you could not see that, the prophet will whip your back. He will punish you. So imagine you enter your house, you find your wife naked in the top of a man having sex with him. Now it's time for you to call your friends. You have to find 4 friends, and they have to come and they have to look and see the private part of the guy getting in and out. And the guy will wait for you. He will say, call 4 friends, call 4 friends, I will wait for you. And when they come, he do it slowly so they can see and they can witness. So the requirement here is proving that Muhammad is not a prophet of God and cannot be from God, because this is impossible. Are you going to enter your house with 4 friends always? And you go to the bedroom with your 4 friends? And when if you go in the bedroom with 4 friends, if they did not see that part, they saw nothing still. Even if they go to the court and say, hey, we saw him naked, we saw him naked. Actually, there's a hadith about the Prophet. He whipped 3 guys, he did lash them, and one of them he said that I saw her legs, her foot around his neck like the ears of a donkey. So the women, you know what I'm talking about. They are doing it, and he was shaking her so hard, and her foot is around his neck. Still, this is not enough for Muhammad, and he did lash him, for he did not give enough a proof. So how we can prove adultery in Islam? Proving adultery in Islam is extremely impossible, the same as proving Muhammad to be a prophet. No witnesses, nothing. Okay, Muhammad, he went to the 7th heaven 11. Any witnesses? No. Muhammad, he saw the angel Jibreel, and Jibreel gave him Quran. Any witnesses? No. Even the prophet wife, she was accused of adultery. Muhammad, he changed the law from 2 witnesses to 4 witnesses, just for his sake. So what is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet? No proof. And what is the prophecy of Muhammad? The Muslim, they come with tons of funny prophecies. As an example, they say to you, the prophet, he prophesied that the Roman, they will win the war in a few years. But this prophecy, he received it after they won, not after before. Read it. On the day of Badr, the Roman had victory over the Persian. So the believer were pleased with that. Then the following revealed, Alif Lam Mim, the Roman have been defeated up to his saying, and they will be victorious. And the believers will be happy. So even this fabrication is a lie. The date is a lie. The prophecy is false. And the hadith proving all of this fabrication to be not true. Imagine I prophesy for you about Trump will be president in 2016, but already we are 2019. Have you ever heard of somebody receive a prophecy after it happened? That's Muhammad. That is Muhammad. Today is Wednesday, 22nd. Tomorrow and the day after, I'm going to take a break from going live on air. So we will go back in a Friday, if you don't mind, guys, because I'm getting really headache from speaking for long. It's too much every day. So I will take 2 days break, and we will be back on Friday. All right, and please don't forget to subscribe and join us when we go live on air, and keep your activation, I mean your notification on, so you can receive. And always you can, if you like, you have a video and you lost it, you can go to Patreon and you will find the updated link, which means before I delete the video here in my page, I post in my Patreon a link of one of you who posted my video on his channel. All right, and don't forget to subscribe to those who they are posting my videos again somewhere, and give them thanks. All right, so we are happy today that today our time was not wasted. We have Mr. Hassan, who is Shia. He decided to leave Islam, and actually the Lord is blessing us with many Muslims leaving Islam every day. There is some they call life on air and they leave Islam, and there's many they don't want to be live on air, and I speak to them and they leave Islam. And you know, I understand why, because many of them, they are they are afraid. Like now, I believe Hassan, he was afraid to say he's out of Islam because Islam is a gang religion. He will be worried about his safety, you know. So we pray that he will be fine and nobody will harm him in any way. regardless if he became a Christian or not. We don't want anyone to be harmed. And one of the proofs actually that Islam is a very bad cult is the violence. Violence is a very clear proof of weakness. And somebody don't want to be a Muslim, why you want to kill him? They say to us that Islam bring no compulsion in religion, which is an abrogated verse, is not true, and it's a fabrication. They quote for us something you do not know, that the Quran have something called abrogation, which means those verses are not valid no more, not valid. So they quote for you a verse which Muhammad, when he was weak, Muhammad is a diplomat, the same as Erdogan. Erdogan, when before he was elected, he signed a paper says, my party will never talk about religion. My party is not religious. My party have nothing to do with Islam. My party is a liberal. My party is an atheist. The second he won the election, he threw out all of those who were forcing different agenda, and right away he says we are Muslims. So when he was weak, he signed any paper they want, anything. He is not a Muslim. He will not practice Islam. He made a promise. His party is liberal. His party is an atheist. His party far away from Islam. And the second they took over the country, nobody can win again. And when he lost the election in Istanbul, he asked for redoing election again, which means you will never win with him. Each time you win somewhere, he will say we will redo it again until he corrupt the election, and he is the only winner. That's exactly the Islamic gang system. And since Muhammad, he took over with his party in the Middle East, who can throw him away? Since the mullahs in Iran took this, they say, and look how funny the Islamic cult work. They say to you, as an example, in Iran we have democracy, we have election, but they will not tell you that election in Iran is election for a bunch of mullahs. There's a 5-6 mullahs. The big mullah, he elect them, he choose, okay, you can go, you can go, you can go. Anyone is not from the mullahs, their gang, he will not be in the election. So what is the freedom? So whoever you choose what the mullah, the big mullah choose already. So the big mullah, he says, okay, Rouhani, you can be go for election so people can elect you. Ahmad Mirza, what his name, the guy, the funny guy, the one who said Iran have 0 gays, Ahmadinejad. So the big mullah, the big sheikh, he choose a bunch of guys from his own gang organization, Islamic organization, and they say to the population, you have to choose one of those. And supposedly this is democracy. This is how they try to fool us, by the democracy of Allah and his religion. That is not the democracy and have nothing to do with it. And if you take your hijab off, they beat you, they take you to jail. If you say I don't want to be a Muslim, they execute you. Yet they claim that they have democracy. Just 3 days ago, 50 or 60 women, they were having like a fashion whatever thing occasion. They arrest them all for fashion. If women cannot do fashion, who is going to do fashion? That's the enemy of Allah, fashion. The enemy of Allah, Allah himself will die from fashion. And those poor women, like, they are not showing their panties. I mean, it's not a fashion for bikini. It's normal clothes. They arrest them. A woman, she's singing in the street, like in Saudi Arabia. A little girl, she is 17, 16 years old. She sang a song when she was on a trip, taking selfie. The whole country went up as if she is the biggest criminal ever on earth. Those people still live in the cave time. And all of this due to Islam. Islam make them live in the cave time. What the woman she did? She sang a song. She danced in the front of the camera. She is not naked. But it's haram. It's haram. If you open their TV, you see nothing but belly dancing. Go. Open the month of Ramadan, all the movies, naked people. So movies is okay, but your women, they cannot. This is why when Muslim women, they go overseas, they do anything, they do everything, because they are, it's like somebody who was in jail for 20 years. and then he never saw a woman, and then you open the door for him, and suddenly in front of him there is many women almost wearing nothing. What he would do? He would be like an animal. He will act like one. So they put them in jail. You cannot do this. This is haram. This is forbidden. This is, but everything is done under the table. In the month of Ramadan, as we speak now, you go to Thailand, you go to Philippines, you go to all those countries, you will find nothing but Saudi going there. Nobody in Saudi Arabia. In the month of Ramadan, the whole country is abroad, because nobody want to practice Ramadan. They want to go drink, they want to do prostitution, they want to see dancing, they want to do music, they want to have beer, they want to have whiskey. But they cannot do it in their country, so they do it in different country. Actually, when I was in Asia, I was surprised that those hookers, they speak Arabic, because they come to me and they say to me, hello Habibi, and they speak to me in Arabic, what do you like Habibi? And I was, how she speak Arabic? Yeah, but all the customers are Arab. The customers are Arab. They knew Arabic better than any language. The night clubs, that's everything, you know. It's, and the funny, you will find a restaurant says halal food, and next to it there's night club. Halal food next to night club. I mean, the buyer obviously he care for halal. Yes, they care for halal food. They want to eat halal food, and they want to do halal prostitution. So there's things make sense, and there's things does not make sense. Islam not only does not make sense, Islam is crazy, violent cult. And always be careful from what they say to you about what's right and what's wrong, especially those liberals who try always to present Islam as a good religion. They speak of what they don't know, and many of them, they take the side of Islam just because you are a Christian, you are conservative, okay, we will believe in whatever you believe against you. You like the cross, we will take it down. You like the Bible, we will take it from the hotels. You don't like Islam, we will support Islam. This is the whole idea of the agenda of the liberals and those like in America, like Democrat. They are against anything you believe in. Anything, it doesn't matter what it is. If you say Islam is good, they will say Islam is wrong. So don't let them fool you, and don't let them deceive you. This world is full of deception, TV stations, news, propaganda, agenda, parties, politician, everybody lying at everybody. It is a competition of lying. Who wanna lie more? And the naive one are the victims. Who would like to lie more? And if you say the truth, they accuse you of Islamophobia. They say you are a hate monger. They will say the second you say the truth. All right. So anyway, I hope today it was good for you. Those who like to cut and paste the videos in their channel, don't forget to download the video right away. Especially today we have a good event of Mr. Hassan. He decided, he's a Shia, he decided to leave Islam. It was a good day for him, and we pray that the Lord, he will guide him and he will show him the right place to be in. And I hope that soon he will come to a conclusion in whatever make him feel better. If it's not a Christianity, then it's not a Christianity. So still I will pray for you, that I pray that the Lord will guide you and will bring you to peace, and you will find happiness in your life, whatever the happiness is. All right. If it's not a Christianity, let it be, but we want you to be happy, and God, he love everybody. So I advise you to be with the one who loves you, not the one who want you to love him and the return it will give you some women. Our Lord, He loves you as you are, for He made you the way you are. All what He is asking you for, He said, knock at my door and I will open for you. That's all. Knock at my door, and His door is always ready to be open for you. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you, and I will see you soon again. Remember, I will take 2 days off, tomorrow and the day after, and I will be back in Friday, same time, 3:30 p.m. and maybe in the weekend we'll do it too, but earlier, so those who live in Asia, they can join us. Thank you. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. See you soon. Bye-bye.